Hey YouTube, and welcome to Veda Day number 3. Today I am actually going to piggyback off of the topic that Tia picked for her Veda Day 3. Yesterday I told you guys how Krista and I met, and I was going to wait until later on in the month to kind of tell you guys more about our relationship. But after listening to Tia's initial story yesterday, I cannot wait to watch her video today. And it inspired me to kind of copy and do the same exact thing. I'm actually in the middle of recording a day in the life. So that is the secret for the day. The day in the life will be for Veda Day 4. So I'm in the middle of doing that right now. So I figured that way I don't have to stress my brain too much. Then I can just tell you guys how we got engaged. So if you hear staticky noise, it is because Riley is over there taking a nap, and I have the white noise machine on for her because that is one of the only ways that she will nap and stay asleep. And it's taken me, it's almost noon, and I have not had my tea for the morning because I've had so much other stuff going on. So you will see me sipping intermittently. So anyway, let's get into it. So for those of you who watched yesterday, you'll know that Krista and I met at a um, house party or house gathering that was a bring your own alcohol mixer, and I basically, you know, worked my charm and pizzazz, and we ended up hitting it off right away. Um, about let's see, we just celebrated our 1 year legally married anniversary. That was February the 7th. So a little under a year, we decided that we wanted to get ready to start the TTC process. We knew that we wanted to be with each other, and in the state of Washington, it's legal, and their insurance is great here. And getting legally married seemed to be the next logical step. We were getting ready to move in with each other, and so I don't believe in shacking up per se, and I wanted to, get legally married. So we actually got legally married before we even got engaged. That's why those of you who have watched my gender reveal video from the wedding, it says that in the wedding that we do things backwards, and we do. We got we got married before we got engaged. So we went and did all the legal paperwork, didn't have to have a ceremony or anything like that, and it was very informal. And then that was on February the 7th, and that following weekend was Valentine's Day weekend. Valentine's Day of 2011 was actually on a weekday, I believe. I think it was like on a Monday or a Tuesday, some weird day. And so Krista and I were going to go out, but our friend was having like a birthday get together. So we have date night every Saturday. And so instead of going out on our usual date night, we decided to go and spend our Saturday with that friend. Um, that Friday morning, Krista asked me if I had anything to do on Saturday, and I said no. And she said, "Good, because you need to stay in the house all day because I have a package coming." And I said, "I don't know why you can't just get it sent to your house, but whatever." I was being very blasé about it. I never thought twice about anything. I was just like, I think it's really weird. She was like, well, I have to have someone sign for it. I'm going to be at work. So I just need for you to be at home all day on Saturday. And I said, okay. So Saturday morning, I got up. I had some things to do, but I said I figure the UPS man shouldn't take all day. So I got up, made some breakfast, and I don't know, early morning, maybe around 10 o'clock, I get a knock on the door, and it's the UPS man. And he gives me a box, and I sign for it, and then I called Kristen, and I said, okay, the box is here. And she said, you can open it. And I was like, but it's for you. That doesn't make any sense, even though it was addressed to me. She said, you can open it. So I opened it up, and it was 12 chocolate-covered strawberries. And OMG, I love fruit, and I love strawberries. So I was like, okay, that's weird, but thank you. I was like super excited, and I was like, after I eat breakfast and lunch, then I'm gonna eat some of these because they were huge. They were like this big. They were super cool. And then maybe about 2 hours later, another knock comes on the door, and this delivery is a huge 1-800 Flowers box. And I called her back and I said, okay, I have another box addressed to me, and it's a 1-800 Flowers box. And she said, oh, yeah, you can open that one as well. So it's this bouquet of all of my favorite flowers. They're all mixed in Gabura daisies, lilies. I'm not a big rose, like I like roses, but I like flowers that are different. So it was this whole bouquet of flowers that I just love, and it was this big and bright with this big purple vase to go with it. So at this point, I'm grinning from ear to ear, and I'm like, oh, that's really nice. Like, what a great Valentine's Day gift. Thought nothing else of it. When she got home, I was like, that's really awesome. Thank you so much. So, later on that evening, we were getting dressed, got dressed to go over to our friend's house. And, Krista didn't say I needed to dress up or anything, but at the time, that's when I used to put on makeup whenever we go anywhere. And I had my little fro at the time, so I got my fro all cute, picked it out, put a little headband on, and put a little makeup on, and we go to my friend's house, and it's a little get together. I think I made macaroni and cheese, which is my signature gathering gift. Everyone asks me to bring my macaroni and cheese. So I brought my macaroni and cheese, and we had a good time, laughed, drank. We were getting ready to start the TTC process, so I was not drinking alcohol. Everybody else was having a really good time. And I had told Krista as the night went on, everybody was getting ready to go their own separate ways to the club and stuff. And Krista and I are not club people by any sense of the word. We do not like the club. We go every once in a while because I like to hear the music and dance. And, I can do that in my living room. But sometimes I want to be out with other people. So we had no intentions of going out. I had worked the week before. Krista had worked that day. And I just really wanted to go home. So, I told her, I said, I'm getting really sleepy. Everybody's kind of getting ready to disperse. I'm kind of ready to go. And she said, okay, we'll go in about 30 minutes. So I said, okay. So we're all, me and all my friends and Krista, we're all sitting at this big long table in my friend's dining room. And Krista had leaned over and said, I have a question. Or can I ask you something? I think that's what she said. And I'm thinking that she's getting ready to ask me, like, do you want to go out or something? Or I'm hoping that she's asking me, am I ready to go? Because I'm ready to go. I'm tired. So I'm like, what? Like, and she puts this box on the table. And I'm like, what? This, I look down at the box. She just kind of smacks it on the table, this blue box. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on? So in the meanwhile, we're going to pause that. Our other friends, there are friends sitting at the table, but other friends are gathering in my friend's living room, and they're discussing what they're getting ready to do. So at this point, come back to us, and Krista opens up the box, and there is the ring. And my hands go to my face, and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. I'm freaking out. So one of my friends, Jonathan, we call him John John, he comes in the room, and he happens to see the ring on the table. Everybody else at the other end of the table is oblivious to what's going on. He's like, oh my God, Krista is proposing. Krista is proposing. So everybody runs in the room, and Krista asks me to marry her, and I am in complete and total shock. And I'm like, oh my God, yes. I'm crying, and my friend then brings in the champagne. So this whole thing was set up. Krista and my friend had planned this ahead of time. Krista had cleared it with her to make sure that she wouldn't have any ill will about Krista proposing at her birthday dinner. And I just knew nothing. I thought that the chocolate covered strawberries and the flowers were, I thought that was it. We had just gotten married the week before, and I wasn't expecting it at all. So on February the 12th of 2011, Krista proposed, and yeah, it was crazy, insane, spontaneous. Krista is not very spontaneous, and she is not good at lying or keeping secrets. So the fact that she was able to keep it under wraps, buy a ring, which she did a really great job, I have to say. Everyone always compliments me on my ring. Um, I just wasn't expecting it at all, but it was great. We have, I can insert a picture from when we got engaged. It's blurry because my friends were drunk, and so I'm still pissed about it. Coincidentally, only my friend John am I friends with to this day, which is all the more reason that I know that fate brought us together. The universe had this in its plan because those people that I met when I first moved to Seattle just happened to be the vessel to get me to Krista. And after that, our friendship dissolved for one reason or another. We were a whole crew of friends, and Krista was friends with them mutually, and I was friends with them mutually, and things just went downhill after Krista and I got together. And we both realized, and we were sad that we're not friends with them, but we realized that they were the vessel to bring us together, and I will be forever appreciative to them for that. So yeah, that is how we got engaged. We got engaged after we got married, and then we got married this year in front of all of our family and friends on February the 11th. So we wanted it on the 12th, but the 12th was on a Sunday this year. So we got married, and I will do a vlog later about our wedding and planning it, because I know I got asked that question, planning a destination wedding. So that'll be later on in the month. But I hope you guys enjoyed our engagement story. It is a funny story to tell, and let me tell you, it's funnier there if you were there in person. So yeah, if you have any other questions about our relationship, any ideals for Veda, leave them in the comments section below. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive through this Veda challenge already. I'm like waking up excited to make my videos, and it's all because of you guys. You guys are the best. And I'm going to definitely try to take out some time to thank you all for your comments. There's usually a lot of comments, so it's hard to respond to everyone, but I'm definitely going to try to go through and thank you guys and comment on your comments. So I will see you guys tomorrow for the day in the life. So there officially won't be a recorded video for tomorrow, but you will get the day in the life that I'm recording today. So I will see you guys officially on Sunday.